How's it going, and welcome to the Guitar Effect. My name is Rob. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this, the Grand Magus Distortion from TC Electronic. But before I do, as always, I'll ask you to please like and subscribe and hit that notifications bell too, so you can be kept up to date every time I put out a new video. So, the Grand Magus, what this is basically a clone of a Rat. And even at that, I'm pretty certain it's a clone of a Behringer pedal of a Rat that is a part of a range that TC came out with when themselves and Behringer became one company. It's like this part series of pedals out about 3 years, 4 years, something like that. And it's €40. It's available for €40 new in Europe at the moment. It's phenomenal. Like, if you're looking for something to go between clean and dirty sound, or else to leave on as a dirty sound and then to use your volume knob to go through various different sounds, this is brilliant. Now, Rats are brilliant at that, but there's something about this that's a little bit less harsh than a Rat. I don't know what it is. And Rats are great for being harsh, but this kind of does a little bit more than that. When it gets into the fuzz territory, it gets into more of a smooth, less collapsy kind of fuzz territory. And for low gain stuff, like, it doesn't do low gain, but it does, you know, lower gain than a Rat would do, in my opinion. That's just really, really, really impressive. So the first thing we should do is take a listen to it in a track. So here you go. So yeah, everything in that track that was just played there was all done with one setting on the pedal, and then just using the volume knob on the guitar to get the various different sounds I got. And then switching pickup positions as well. All this set in one place. Like, that's really, really impressive, especially in a recording situation. So I'll just run through what it is. So it's a distortion pedal. It's got a gain knob, a volume knob, and a tone knob. Pretty simple to understand. It's got a pretty decent, like, non-clicky switch. It's got top-mounted jacks, because it's a big pedal, right? It's a physically quite a large pedal. I don't think it's problematically large myself, but it is somewhat large. So it has top-mounted jacks and top-mounted power jacks, so it's neat, you know? So all in all, 40 lids, like €40, unbelievable. It comes in a really nice, like, standard kind of box, decent instructions or whatever, but I mean, it's pretty plug and play. It does what it says in the tin. So let's have a listen to it. Okay, so it's a demo of the Grand Magus, or Magus, and we'll decide what I'm going to call it at some point. 60s Telecaster. It's a classic series which is basically the Mexican standard series before the classic player. It's just a Mexican standard kind of Telecaster from about 10 years ago. It's got a 60 Telecaster, it's got a roll board, and it's got standard Telecaster pickups, right? Clean, it's got, and then I'm going into the Grand Magus, and out of the Magus into the costs you 120 head, playing on the clean channel, and I'm going directly as the emulated output into my Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 interface, right? So here's a clean sound. Bridge pickup. Middle pickup. And neck pickup. That was a tone roll slightly down. So it's just a standard, very standard Telecaster sound. I have the bright switch on the amp because for these demos, I wouldn't play with the bright switch on, but for demos I like to put the bright switch on. So what's so great about the Grand Magus is how it can do so many things set just one way, right? So I have the gain and the tone straight up, and then I have the volume boosted a little, okay? And here is, again, bridge pickup clean sound. Beware, this is a noisy pedal. Like, that is a distortion pedal by its very definition. It's a rat, like. It's like a punk rock in a box. I love it. Like, right, so I'm really impressed by this pedal. It just feels great. It sounds great. It's so affordable. If you play punk or alternative kind of stuff, it's just a really great bet. Yeah, it's noisy. Punk and rock and roll are noisy. That's just my way of looking at that. Okay, so with the volume rolled in slightly, totally clean. So here's without the pedal. Okay, with the pedal on, but with the volume rollback. Roll the tone off a bit. Bit more. More tone. It's brilliant, like. Next pickup. Full volume. Full volume again. Bluesy. So that's a lot of different tones with just the volume knob on the guitar and the tone knob, okay? It's really powerful. It's not particularly noisy when you roll the volume down either. Like, it's a distortion pedal. It's not like an amp in a box, complex, sort of harmonically busy. It's just like a straight up really, really useful distortion pedal. Right, to go through the controls. So if I wind the gain back to a quarter, first of all, and wind the volume up full. Great, like, you know, mid-gain rhythm. Bring the gain up halfway. And if I wind the gain to 2/3 of the way, kind of collapsing. What I might do to fight the noise a little bit is just grab a humbucker guitar. So give me a second, I'm going to switch to a Les Paul. Okay, so I switched to my Orville Les Paul standard because it has humbuckers and it's a lot quieter. Okay, just the noise will inevitably drive YouTube community mad, who just really seems people today just cannot stand any amount of noise at all. So interestingly, when I go to humbuckers, it collapses way more than it did on single coils. You see what I mean now? 8 3/4. It still sounds like a high gain distortion when you're playing a lead, but when you play a rhythm part, it kind of sounds like a full. I've also boosted the tone in the pedal somewhat. So then, with just quickly with a Les Paul going back to a quarter again. It's a great pedal. So that's the gain. So I'm going to leave the gain down at a quarter, right? So then moving on to the tone knob. On the tone knob, I never wind everything fully way off. So a quarter again on the tone. Tone halfway. Three-quarters. And full. Again, fuzzy. And muffy. All that with one pedal. Didn't change any settings on the pedal at all. Tone up full. Like, what a versatile pedal for €40. Fantastic. So, I mean, the volume does what the volume does. I'll just show you that now. You can make it lower. Let's see something for a second. How much more does the volume overdrive it? I mean, it's hard to tell in a pedal like this. So you can use the volume to push the front end of your amp into more distortion, as well as using the gain to... Nice sound. Yeah, so there you go. Like a really, really versatile, affordable, dirty channel on your amp, like straight up, no problem. So there you go. Like, obviously this is purely subjective and it's all down to kind of music you play. I'm sure John Mayer doesn't have one of these on his board, or would never have one of these on his board. And people that want to sound like John Mayer are not going to want this, or Stevie Ray Vaughan, or Joe Bonamassa. But if you play indie, alternative, or rock music, and you're on a budget, even if you're not on a budget, like it's built like a very thing that's built very well. It's not going to break, I don't think. I can't see a reason why it would break any more than any other pedal. It's made out of bent aluminium and it's just really, really good. I'm really, really impressed. 40 quid, like 40 euro, I should say. Yeah, brilliant. So if you're looking for a distortion pedal that's really versatile, that responds really well to the guitar's volume knob, that is a bit noisy with single coils, but not really with humbuckers. Lots of distortion pedals are noisy with single coils. I wouldn't hold that against it at all. The Grand Magus from Magus, whatever you want to call it, from TC Electronic is a really, really good choice. So, as always, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I'm just going to plug the, if you do like gain pedals, at the moment I have an affiliate link for Wampler's Understanding Kind of Gain Pedals course. It's called their Blueprint course. And I've taken the whole thing, and I know a lot about pedals. I've been playing guitar for a long time, and I know a lot about the different types of gain pedals. And I learned a lot from it, especially about stacking distortion pedals, high gain distortion pedals, which is really interesting from a tone point of view. So it covers off overdrive, distortion, compressors, boosts, fuzzes, noise gates even. And in that way, it's a really, really, really useful tool if you want to learn about gain pedals, what they do, and how you can use them to achieve the sounds that are going on in your head. So as opposed to like, you know, saying, oh, I like this person, I want to sound like them. Rather than approaching like that, to find your own sound and do your own thing, it's good to know what these devices do and what you can use them for. And this pedal, or this course, I should say, really approaches that from that kind of perspective, from like arming you with the information you need to be able to be creative, basically, which is, I think, amazing. So I'll stick a link to it up here, or up here, I think. And there's I think a 25% discount code if you go through with my affiliate link, and I get a kickback from it. So there you go. Check out the course. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you in another video again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.